Hello and welcome back to Tuesdays with Tom. This week we had a question about outside food. So what do you do if a family member wants to bring food in for your resident or clients?
You tell them no. Well, if they're buying something at the Safeway or Costco and it's not perishable, like potato chips or cookies or something like that, and it's still packaged, that's great. But anything that they're cooking at home, okay, or buying from the neighbor at the farmer's market, you would not want to have that come into your facility. And you got to really think about it when you're having potlucks. There's a reason it's called potlucks. Hopefully you're lucky enough not to get sick. But anyway, I would not let families or employees bring food in. You want to cook it in a facility so you know that you're going to keep people from getting sick. And even if they do go buy a cake at Costco, Costco's got two kinds of cakes. Some are in a refrigerator and some of them are not. The ones that don't need refrigeration would be okay. But if somebody got one of the cakes that's got maybe it's got a cream frosting in it that needs to be refrigerated, I wouldn't want that coming in the facility because you don't know how long it's been in their car in the sun. Okay, home baking. Somebody, their daughter or their relatives, they may make the best cherry pies in the world, but you don't have any control over it. So if they bring it in for their family and they give it to their roommate some and they both get sick, you've got an epidemic outbreak and you got to notify licensing and notify the health department that people got sick. That's what we need to avoid, okay? If somebody's cooking really nice lasagna or something at home and they bring it in the facility and it smells so good that, they want to give it to other people. No. They can give it to their own family member, and that's the only person that can eat it. You just don't want to take a chance of people getting sick. That's the big thing. Doggy bags. People go to the restaurant, they eat out, and then they bring a doggy bag back to your facility, especially if you don't have a dog. Doggy bags for dogs, right? So I don't want people bringing in any food that's been cooked outside the facility, especially something from a restaurant. You don't know how long it's been at the restaurant before they served it and how much life has left in it. So we just got to be concerned about food coming in. The other thing you got to worry about is people that are on diets and their allergies. Especially we got Halloween coming up, so we're just going to give them free-for-all candy. I just recommend preparing some healthy snacks, have it available, and avoid, especially some of our residents or clients having the chocolate. And holidays are going to be coming up soon. Let the families know it's not okay to bring food in, unless, like I say, it's packaged from a regular store. Yeah, they could bring it in, but you got to be careful that it's not all chocolate too. For some, it's a diabetic, so just be aware of those things. The other thing is to be concerned about, since the question came up on food. Some residents have their own refrigerators. You got to constantly check those, make sure they're at temperature. 40 degrees is what's required, 40 or below. But you got to look what's in there. What do they have in there? Because if food's out of date in a resident or a client's refrigerator, and licensing finds it out of date, you're going to get cited for that. And you don't need a citation because, somebody bought some yogurt 3 weeks ago and it's out of date. So look for that. Check for things being out of date. Also make sure there's no medications in there. I've few licenses, citations I've gotten in my life, and one of them was a resident had in his refrigerator, he had a suppository, and I ended up getting a citation for it. We didn't even know he had it, and it was in a parquet butter dish. So just be sure there's no meds in their refrigerators because that is a citation.